got my hair dyed, I got my hair styled, and now I'm confident to wear it naturally. I love it. Hello strangers of the internet and frilly friends, it is I, Frivolous Frills, aka Phoenix or Nyx if you so wish. And today's video was a long time coming, and it is of course 8 newbie tips for Lolita fashion. But before we jump right into that, I have 2 little announcements. The first one being, expect more content on here. I'm hoping to post much more on YouTube and make all sorts of interesting content, mostly around my fashion, maybe some vlogs. It's gonna be really exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see some of the things I've planned. So as I said, expect more to come from here. I'm sorry that ever since I've started this channel I haven't really posted much, but that is going to change. The second announcement is we have a brand new segment to most of my videos, and that is, of course, drumroll please. Ow. Comment of the week! This comment could be an insult, this comment could be a compliment, it could be a random thing that has nothing to do with the post I posted. It could be from my Instagram, my YouTube, or of course from my TikTok. But I doubt it would be from my TikTok because I never post on there. This week's comment is from Mr_Logut. You look like the product of when a child is forced to decorate a cake with their parents. Thank you! That is exactly what I'm going for. I can't really think of any better way to sum up my style, so thank you! If you want to have your comment read out on here as well as a little shout out, then just comment on this video or comment somewhere on my Instagram, and if I find what you say interesting or funny enough, then I may just read it out. Okay, let's get started on the main chunk of video instead of this annoying long introduction which is probably boring half of you to death. I apologize. Today's video is 8 newbie tips for Lolita fashion. This has kind of been indirectly requested for a long time now. A lot of people ask about my fashion, what fashions I wear, and if I would ever make videos talking about them. Because I predominantly wear Lolita, I thought why not make some videos on it, and a lot of the Lolita adjacent requests I have received were on specific subjects, maybe some slightly more advanced things. But when I was contemplating making any of those videos, I thought, why not just make a whole little series on Lolita fashion? And my advice, the advice of other Lolitas, the things I've learned. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And I thought I would start all the way from the beginning. Now, just a heads up, though I've been loving fashion for years, I've only been wearing it for around a year now, so I'm still a newbie. Most of this advice, well almost all of this advice, is from more educated and seasoned Lolitas. To be specific, my com. Shout out to the Southwest UK Lolitas, I love you guys! So yeah, let's get on with it. Don't give a Own the fact you own the room the second you walk into it. This is crucial, I think, especially when it comes to dressing in any alternative fashion, because you will get a lot of stares. It's custom. Anything that's slightly out of the norm, people will want to look at, and that's something you'll have to put up with, especially when wearing Lolita. I think the biggest thing is you need to try not to overthink it, because you could think, well, I don't want to wear Lolita because loads of people will look at me and they might be judgmental. But no matter what you're wearing, people are going to find a way to judge you. So don't let that stop you. Just don't give a f. Not every black dress is automatically Gothic Lolita. There's too many people trying to palm off a sweet Lolita dress in a black colourway as Gothic. This right here is a piece of advice I never really considered myself, so don't wear Gothic Lolita. Though I do dream of one day putting together a cord. This, I think, is very crucial, especially for beginner Gothic Lolitas in particular. In the past, I have seen the black colourways of some angelic pretty dresses and thought, oh, that's Gothic! And then I look back on that and kind of just... Like, though pastel and darks mostly don't count as Gothic, there is a subgenre if you are interested in that sort of style, and that is bittersweet, which is very Marmite within the community. Don't tell anyone, but personally I like Marmite. Focus on putting together 1 or 2 chords you're happy with to begin with. Don't just spend all your money on a bunch of main pieces without other elements of the outfit to go with it. Another great piece of advice, I think that many beginner Lolitas, or when you start out, you get so caught up in the GSKs and the OPs, and it isn't uncommon for it to slip your mind when you're so caught up in these main pieces. But you need to remember that you can't really do a chord without the other element. That's something to always keep in mind, especially when you're tempted to buy those 2 dresses instead of just getting a dress and a blouse and some accessories that will go with it. Finding Everyone's personal style is important, but it takes time. I'm actually planning to upload a video soon on finding or deciding on a style to start off with in Lolita, so keep an eye out for that. But this is something to also keep in mind, that it isn't the easiest thing and it takes time. Like, it is important to find your own style. It defines you as a person in a way, but don't let it stress you out too much if you can't decide. Just take all the time you need, it's okay. Learn how to budget and be wary of the community's pull towards consumerism. I think one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to Lolita is that we're all rich. And this is not true. I mean, some of us might be, but it's probably a very small amount. Most of us have normal lives and normal jobs, normal education, and that probably leads you to think how we afford all these pretty expensive dresses. And that is budgeting, that is saving, that is being responsible with money, which I am not the best at, if I'm admitting myself. Yeah, that's something you really need to improve at when it comes to entering Lolita. And I think another big note about this is you need to keep your priorities straight. I know Lolita can be an all-consuming thing. As someone who's autistic and their special interest is kind of the fashion at the moment, I get how consuming it can be. I get how much it pulls you in, how much you want all these dream dresses, you want to spend all this money on it. But if you're putting food money or rent money towards Lolita, that's not good. That's unhealthy, and you need to reevaluate things, and that can be hard. Just remember, you can love this fashion healthily. You can still get your dresses healthily. Just don't prioritize it above the things that you need to live. Like, I know it may seem like I need sugary carnival or else my heart shall shatter into a million pieces. And I get that. I totally get that. But you also need to eat, and you also need to look after yourself. Don't be afraid to wear all sorts of different styles. Lolita is a very bold style, and all of its sub-styles are normally just as bold, if not stronger and brighter and more noticeable. And it's okay to experiment sometimes, though personally, in my opinion, I would not recommend sharing an experimentation on somewhere like Closet of Frills, because you may get torn apart. Like, if you want to, go ahead, I'm not stopping you, but personally I'm too scared. Just avoid places like Closet of Frills, I would say, or posting it on Lolita specific forums without giving context as to why you changed and altered the look, because there's only so much you can change without it being not Lolita, because Lolita has some very strict rules. But you don't always have to follow them exactly, as long as you have a reason and you know why you're not. Sometimes the really strict rules can be broken, and it's totally okay. So for example, if you live in a really hot country or state, then not wearing a blouse isn't the end of the world. If you're a disabled Lolita, then not wearing tea party shoes or a petticoat or any kind of item that you can't stand sensory-wise, that's okay. I know that's not experimenting, and it's in fact wearing Lolita in a way comfortable to you, but I wanted to throw it into this video as well, so you know that you're valid, you're not any less of a Lolita, okay? It's a good idea to get items that can be mixed and matched and used in multiple chords. This tip will surely save you a lot of money. So say you see a bonnet, a really cute bonnet, and it matches the dress you just got, and you want to get it, and you're about to get it, but then you realise that it won't go with anything else in your wardrobe. You can't make any other chord with it. What do? You try not to buy it. Most of my accessories and blouses and those sorts of things, I only get if I know I'm wearing them in at least 2 chords. That's just how I do it. I know quite a few other Lolitas who are like this. It really does save money. It just works. Learning to mix and match, yeah, it's, as I said, it's a great money saver. It's really helpful. Don't buy the cheapest dress you can find. Save up, do some research, and get a dress that is good quality and you actually like. Quite often, the cheapest options when it comes to Lolita, or what seems to be the cheapest option, is a dress off Amazon, Wish, eBay, AliExpress, and even the dreaded Milano. And while I'm not saying that you can't buy Lolita from there full stop, except for Milano, do not, or Wish. Except for Milano or Wish, just don't try with either of those. You probably are not going to find a quality main piece or a dress that isn't a replica of some sorts, or the you know, that one. It still haunts my nightmare. And another key thing to pay attention to in this tip is that Don't just get a dress because it's Lolita. Like, don't just get a dress because you saw it on Lace Market and it's affordable, or you saw it on Devil Inspired, or you saw it on Glitzy Wonderland, or any other place that actually sells Lolita. Please, please, please do your research. Don't just buy it because it's Lolita. I would say just keep looking until you find a dress that you actually properly like, and you don't just want it because, oh yeah, this is a Lolita dress, I want to wear Lolita. Get something that you will love, you will treasure. Well, that's about it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. If you want me to continue this series and give more advice on Lolita fashion, leave a like and maybe share this. I'm hoping to, no matter what, hopefully upload a video about the different substyles and choosing one soon, so keep an eye out for that. If you liked this, then subscribe. If you've got any more questions, then leave a comment. And if you really enjoyed this, I might just see you next time.